Hey guys, I'm Miss Kamadeka. I'm one of the associate principals here at Harding. I was just in Miss Koff's class, and I know you guys are talking about timelines, and they can be really confusing when we're talking about years and dates. So here's a short video. I hope it helps. We can always meet tomorrow. If it doesn't, just let me know. So the first thing, I'm going to try to show you how you guys were doing it. So I'm going to open a Word document. And let's see now that this gets opened. All right, and the first thing I'm going to do, let me make this bigger so you can see it. And all right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw a line. Okay, got it, thank you. So here's my line, okay? And right now we're in 2020, right? This is when you started middle school, right? All right, can I minimize me? I don't think I need my face in here. We'll stick it up here in the corner. Okay, so here's our first timeline. Now, when we talk timeline, we talk in years. And Ms. Koff was saying that we're currently in the Common Era. This is modern time. So this would be 2020 CE. Okay, so the important thing here is the year. We're in 2020, and this is the current era, which is why we use CE. And we know that in the year 2020, we had this crazy pandemic and you had to start middle school virtually. Now, if I wanted to say the year you were born, maybe it goes way back here. And let's say you were born in 2008. Okay, and this is the year you were born. Okay, so we now have two events on our timeline. Boom. Now, let's say I was born in the year 2008 and I'm 12. That means that I've already had my birthday this year. You kids who are born in December, you're probably still 11. That's okay. You might have also been born in 2009. Let's play pretend and say we were all born in 2008 and our birthday is in May, right after we got out of school. So I turned 12 in 2008. So if I were to draw all these little lines in here, this would be 2009, this would be 2010, this would be 2011, 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. So right here, we have 2008, and this is the year you were born. You turned 1 in 2009. You turned 2 in 2010. So if we keep counting like we would, ready? 1, 2, just like our number line, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There are 12 years between 2008 and 2010. Or sorry, 2020. Goodness, apparently I don't know what year we're in. So if I take 2020 and I subtract the year I was born, this is a cool magic marker, by the way. We know that this has to become 10. This becomes 1. This gets canceled out, and this gets canceled out. 1 minus 0 is 1. 10 minus 8 is 2. So this is how many years are in between 2008 CE and 2020 CE, the year we're currently in, which means that you are 12 years old. Okay, let's try this again. I'm going to draw my timeline. Here it is. Miss Kamadeka, let's say she's really old, okay, and she was born in 1950. I wasn't, but let's say I was. If I want to know how old I was at the turn of the century in the year 2000, I need to be able to count all these little years in between here. And what Ms. Koff was saying is that timelines, there are so many events that can happen between 1950 and 2000 that we can't include them all, right? So then we have to only include the big events. Man, I got rid of my timeline line. Let me redraw. All right, I was born in 1950. We're all the way down here in the year 2020. Now, if I was born in 1950, how old would I be in the year 2000? Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is erase that because my math was wrong. So I'm gonna, if I want to know how old I am in the year 2000, I'm going to subtract the year from the year I was born. So if I was born in 1950, I subtract that from 2000. 0 minus 0 is 0. I can't take, well, that was a bad 0. This is a 0. I can't take 5 from 0, so I have to make this a 10. This becomes a 9. And this becomes a 1, right? Because I had to borrow. So 10 minus 5 is 5. I can't take anything from 9 minus 9 because that's 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. So I would be 50 years old. And again, we can do this for math, or we can count all the little lines. We know that if we hop from all the little lines, we would have to hop 50 times from 1950 to 2000. Now, if I want to know how old I am from 1950, from the year I was born, to this current year, well, I would have to take the current year and I would subtract the year I was born. Guys, I should go back to using my finger instead of my mouse because clearly I cannot make good numbers. So 0 minus 0 is 0. I can't take 5 from 12, so I need to borrow. So 12 minus 5 is 7. I can't take anything from 9 or 1 because 9 minus 9 is 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. So if I was born right here in 1950 and in the year 2000, I'm going to be 70 years old. Okay, so all we're doing is counting how many years are between the first date and the current date. So what Miss Koff was asking, okay, she was saying, let me draw, here's my pencil. So just like 100 Common Era and 500 Common Era, this is just like we did with your birthday. So this would be 2008 Common Era and the 500 could be the 2020 Common Era. So if I want to know how many years are in between 100 Common Era and 500 Common Era, all she's asking is how many years happened in between here. So you would have to count all those numbers, and that's a lot of counting. Or we can do the math. How do we get from 100 to 500? Well, we can either say 100 plus what equals 500, or we can take 500 and subtract 100, which gives us 400. Okay, so whichever math is easiest for you. Now, here is when it becomes a little tricky. What if we want to know how many years it is between 100 BCE, so before Common Era, and this is like Greeks and Romans and people who lived way, way long ago, like before Christopher Columbus, before queens and kings, before all the crazy stuff that happened in the 1200s and 1300s, way even before that. This is long, long time ago. Okay, so 100 BCE. Again, what we would have to do is count all of these little marks, right? Or we have to do our addition or subtraction. So how many years could we get if we had to get to 0, right? This wouldn't be an addition anymore because remember, this is like a negative number. So 100 minus what gives us 0? Well, 100 minus 100 equals 0. Or you can take 0 minus 100 if you like negative numbers, which means that we have 100 and we need to add a negative 100 to cancel them out. That's a lot of work. I prefer this method here. 100 minus how many gets us to 0? 100. Now, if we needed to go from 100 BCE, not just to 0, but also to 100 CE, so we're going from here all the way to here, we need to be able to count all of these numbers in between here and all of the numbers in between here. Okay, lots of them, lots of little tallies, right? So, or we can use our math. So we're going to take 100, that's how many we know because we did our math right here. 100 minus what equals 0. We know it gave us 100, okay? So we have 100 little marks in between 100 before Common Era to 0. How many little marks do we have from 0 plus what gets us to the 100 Common Era? Okay, so we're trying to figure out this what? 0 plus what equals 100? Well, 0 plus 100 equals 100. So now we know there are 100 marks here and 100 marks here. So all we do is add those together. So there are 200 years in between 100 BCE and 100 CE. So let's do this. If I wanted to know how many years are, let's go BCE, and here's 0, and here's 100 CE. Remember, BCE is a long, long time ago. Greeks and Romans, you got Hercules happening, long, long time ago, okay? 100 CE, again, this is Common Era. This is people that we know, people that are in our history books, people that we can identify with. If we were to count all the little marks, just like we did with our birthday to 2020, we'd have to count 200, right? Because 200 to 0 gives us 200. So 200, well, that's really light. Let's try this darker color. 200 minus what? Because remember, these are negative numbers, just like our negative line and our number lines, right? We have our positive numbers to the right and our negative numbers to the left. 200 minus what equals 0. If you need to do it like this as an addition problem, that's what you can do too. Okay, so if you're really good at negative numbers, you can do that, or you can flip the signs and do your 200 minus what? We know that this would be 200 years because you can put 200 little tally marks in there. And how many did we say is from 0 to 100? 0 plus what equals 100? Well, that would be 100, so they're 100. And all we do is add them together. Okay, so let's go back to one more Common Era trial. Okay, I'm going to do, let's say you were born in the year 2000. How many years are in between 2000 and 2020? So we want to know how many years is this, okay? How many years goes from 2000 to 2020? We would take the year we are currently in, or the year that the timeline ends, and we would subtract the year that we were born. 0 minus 0 is 0. 2 minus 0 is 2. And you have 0 and 0. When you have 0 and 0 here, you don't need to add them beforehand. All right, the last thing were the units of measurement or time that she was using. BCE, before Common Era, and BC are the same thing. Current Era or Common Era right now is the same thing as AD. The only difference is that BC and AD are based on Christian religions. BCE and CE is more universal and can be used by any religion and doesn't cause any offense that way. So BCE and CE are the newest terms, whereas BC and AD are old terms. You'll see both in this class. Okay. Again, my name's Miss Kamadeka. I'm one of the associate principals. You can reach out to me at any time and I'm happy to help. I hope this video helps and let me know if it doesn't and we can meet.